For all your t-shirt needs, check out TeePublic's Killer Selection. Follow the link in the description. Hey, what's up, people? Pizzal here, and today I want to talk to you guys about the new Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray release for 1982's Blood Beat. Now, this is partially going to be a review of the movie as well as a review of this Blu-ray. And how to describe Blood Beat. Have you ever watched a movie that you sat through in a state of dumbfounded bewilderment and awe, and at the end of the movie you asked yourself, what was that? That is Blood Beat. Now, I'm not even going to attempt to provide you guys with a plot synopsis for fear of developing a aneurysm. So I'm just going to read to you the plot synopsis that Vinegar Syndrome has provided us on the back of this Blu-ray, and it reads as follows. Sarah and her boyfriend Ted have decided to spend Christmas with Ted's mother at her home in rural Wisconsin. However, upon arriving, Sarah begins to feel a strange presence around her, and soon after, a mysterious figure garbed in a samurai outfit begins murdering the townsfolk, eventually setting his sights on Sarah, Ted, and his family. And that's kinda, sorta what's going on in Blood Beat. However, Blood Beat, the first probably half hour of Blood Beat is painfully and excruciatingly boring, to the point where I was about to just stop the movie. I was about to just give up on Blood Beat. And now, I've seen a lot of really, really bad movies in my time, and it takes a lot for me to give up on a movie and abandon it halfway through, let alone after the 30-minute mark. So that should give you some idea just how boring Blood Beat was, at least for the first half hour. And then something absolutely miraculous happened. And by that I mean a samurai showed up in rural Wisconsin and begins killing the townfolk. However, the samurai's killing spree is linked to the Sarah character, in that whenever the samurai kills someone, Sarah, and I'm trying to frame this as advertiser friendly as I possibly can, but whenever a murder occurs courtesy of the samurai, Sarah climaxes. She climaxes in a very big way. In fact, at one point, shortly after the samurai has attacked Sarah and her family, Sarah and her boyfriend decide to, despite the fact that they are under siege by this weird ghostly samurai, let's sneak away and have some private time. And during their private time, the samurai continues his little killing spree. And every time he makes a kill, she makes, I think you see where I'm going here. And that really only scratches the surface as far as how weird Blood Beat is. How Blood Beat literally turns on a dime from, God, this is so freaking boring, to, God, what am I watching? Because the whole family dynamic is just completely insane. There are two characters in the movie with S names. There's Sarah and, oh goodness, Sally. So you hear Sarah, 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 Sally, 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 Sally a million times during this movie. Characters are constantly yelling after Sarah and Sally. It's Sarah, 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 Sally, Sally, Sally. You've got two S-sounding female names in this movie. Why couldn't you name one of them Beth or Alice and just kind of break it up? Because I'm not joking. You hear the names Sarah and Sally, particularly Sarah, in this movie a million times. I can hear it. I can't get the sound of it out of my head, as a matter of fact. Also, the mother of the family, she has some sort of psychic abilities that the movie never quite goes into. As a matter of fact, the whole freaking family has this kind of crazy psychic ability that the movie doesn't even attempt to explain. But we know that the mother is psychic because she delivers the universal face to portray the fact that she is a psychic, and that face is the psychic face, as I like to call it. There's a great sequence in the film where the mother is trying to do some sort of psychic shenanigans to the Sally character, and the Sally character is going, no, don't get in my head. No. And the mother's going, and that's the whole scene, is Sally going and the mother going. And the movie doesn't even attempt to explain anything. There's just a ghostly samurai running around killing people. Every time he kills somebody, the Sarah character climaxes. The mother is a psychic, but then we find out that everybody else is psychic, and they have these psychic powers that makes their hands glow, and they can, it's psychic energy, telepathic energy. I have no idea. And I don't think the guy who made this movie had any idea either. This is a insane, off the wall, yet completely bafflingly entertaining movie that doesn't make a lick of sense. If you can get past that first 30 minutes of the movie, which, like I said, they're mind-numbingly dull, to the point where the samurai shows up and Sarah starts doing her thing, Bloodbeat is actually a pretty darn entertaining and fun movie to watch. Yet at the end of it, This Blu-ray release from Vinegar Syndrome, which features a 4K restoration from the film's original 35mm negative, looks fantastic. It's almost a crime that a movie like Bloodbeat looks this good on Blu-ray, and that a company like Vinegar Syndrome put this much effort into restoring Bloodbeat, to the point where I just have to, I don't know how you could not respect a company like a Vinegar Syndrome that put the time and effort into a 4K restoration of Bloodbeat, and it looks absolutely fantastic. The movie looks fantastic. The movie sounds fantastic. Vinegar Syndrome did an excellent job with Bloodbeat. As far as extras are concerned, we get a video interview with writer-director Fabrice Zeffiritos. It's 18 minutes and 4 seconds in length. Mr. Zeffiritos discusses his upbringing in France, being one of 5 children with a father who was a filmmaker. He discusses his love of fantasy and sci-fi films like Jason and the Argonauts and Star Wars. He discusses Bloodbeat's reception at the Cannes Film Festival, in which he says that people either hated it and had no idea what was going on, or thought it was brilliant. I think it's a safe bet to assume that there were far more people in the former category than in the latter. But nice interview with Mr. Zafaritos nevertheless. Next up, we have a video interview with cinematographer Vladimir Van Mol. It's 18 minutes and 44 seconds in length. Mr. Van Mol discusses shooting Bloodbeat in 35mm Panavision and how excited he was to shoot the film in that format. He discusses how Mr. Zafaritos's European sentiments did not translate very well to U.S. audiences. Clearly, he discusses some of the difficulties of shooting Bloodbeat and how they achieved the special effects in the film. He discusses the shooting locations and shooting the film in such a cramped space. Very nice interview with Mr. Van Mol. Next up, we have Bloodbeat, the silent version, featuring Nervous Curtains and Horror Remix. It's 28 minutes and 8 seconds of the movie with music from the movie playing over it, and some pretty darn good music, I do have to say. Next up, we have Lunch, a 13-minute and 54-second short film by William Zafaritos, son of Fabrice Zafaritos. It is a World War II kind of short film. It's not bad. We get a still gallery and we get an audio commentary with Fabrice Zafaritos. It's subtitled, but Mr. Zafaritos discusses the shooting locations. He discusses the samurai in the movie, and when he was asked, why is there a samurai in a movie set in Wisconsin, he replied, why not? That's good enough for me. Unfortunately, as for the sequences in which Sarah does her thing while the samurai is doing his thing, he really just kind of glosses over those and doesn't explain those in any way whatsoever, which was a bit disappointing, because I wanted to listen to the commentary just to hear him kind of explain his thought process behind that, but unfortunately, no dice. I did listen to about 20 to 25 minutes of the movie with Mr. Zafaritos's commentary, and to coin a phrase used by Mr. Zafaritos, why not? This is a really nice release from the folks over at Vinegar Syndrome for Bloodbeat. As I said, the 4K restoration is fantastic. The picture quality and the sound quality are both great. We got some nice extras on here. I'm really on the fence about recommending this movie or not. If my review of Bloodbeat made the film sound like something that you would be interested in, as far as a so bad it's kind of good, so out there off the wall that it's kind of entertaining, then Bloodbeat is definitely up your alley. If not, you may want to skip a Bloodbeat. As I said, it is it's interesting. It's an interesting movie. If you've seen Bloodbeat, please let me know what you think of it down in the comments section below. If you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. They're also right around here. As always, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, peace. Join the $1 a month club and help support my channel on Patreon. Thank you to my current patrons, Turi Delamore, Farron Sutton, Jeremiah Lambert, and Derek Jana. Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.